Welcome to Spotlight on Middlesex County, where we share the latest news on events, services, and programs throughout the county. In this episode, we're taking a look at the annual Middlesex County Reorganization Meeting, which took place at the Performing Arts Center at Middlesex College on Thursday, January 6, 2022. During the meeting, county leadership reflected on Middlesex County's efforts and accomplishments during 2021 and shared the county's vision for 2022 and beyond. That vision focuses on implementing the county's Destination 2040 strategic plan, which outlines top priorities for the county that will deliver long-term benefits and value for residents and businesses alike. The evening included a remembrance of Deputy Director Kenneth Armwood, who passed suddenly in March 2021 and whose presence is greatly missed by the Board of County Commissioners and the communities he served.
I would like to acknowledge a missing presence up here on the stage with us tonight. Earlier in 2021, we unfortunately lost our beloved Deputy Director, Ken Armwood. Ken was a force on this board and within this county. His motto was, "You gotta do something." And he lived this every day, touching and changing the lives of so many. My colleagues and I were lucky to call him a friend and work alongside him to do the work of the good people of the county. Ken's dedication to the residents of his hometown of Piscataway and of Middlesex County and those he worked with at Job Corps was unparalleled. Ken is not sitting on this stage tonight, but his spirit lives on in the work we continue to do. I would like all of us here tonight to stand for a round of applause to honor Ken's dedication to us and the legacy he left behind and give him a resounding thank you.
Among the many dignitaries in attendance were New Jersey Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin.
Out today. You know, it has been a really tough couple of years, and it has stretched all of us to the point, in some instances, of breaking. It has made all of our lives more challenging. It has worn us down in so many ways. But one of the things that comes out of that, and one of the things you see on display here tonight, is the fact that leadership overcomes all of those challenges. And in Middlesex County, with the people, the men and women you see up here on this stage, that's exactly what we have. The best leadership around. Let's give them a big round of applause for all that they have done.
New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy.
But boy, what a team you have in this county. In so many respects, as this county goes, so goes New Jersey. If you sort of say, if you're in my position and you're struggling, and I know the legislators, I know the speaker who's doing an extraordinary job and just had to sneak out, when we're struggling with something, and Pat will know this, and all the other elected officials who go to Trenton every day as we do, will say, you know what, let's find a model where this is working. And invariably we look to Middlesex County. And Ronnie, that begins with you, it begins with the chair, and each and every one of you. I think what Mark is doing with this college, I think of what Jonathan Holloway is doing at Rutgers. Craig mentioned the hub, which is a game changer. I come over the Driscoll Bridge almost as often as I take a shower, and the Riverton project, which is yet to be, the transformational aspect of that, the way the great community of Perth, communities like Perth Amboy or Woodbridge, are constantly finding another gear. It's just incredibly impressive. And I'm incredibly honored to be the governor of this great state and to have had the opportunity now to get another 4 years to lead and to work in partnership with Middlesex County. And I mean it when I say, as Middlesex County goes, so goes the great state of New Jersey.
And U.S. Representative Frank Pallone.
I see the ads too, and at the train stations at different places. But the difference here is that the ads are really telling the true story, right? So I can't help it. I look at these banners, they're great. It says innovation, right? That's just not a banner. That's true. Whether you talk about the Innovation and Technology Hub or you talk about the Cancer Institute, These are things where the county is out front and doing things and looking towards the future. That's what our commissioners do. They look towards the future and what they can do to improve the community. Every time I get a call from one of these guys, they're always trying to do things to help people, right? So it was mentioned by the governor about what they did during the COVID pandemic. There was more going on here in terms of helping people get tested, helping people get vaccinated over the last 2 years, whether it was the state that came in or the county or what the towns did, than any other place. So when we say this is the greatest county in the land, it's really true. It's not just like something that we make up. It is true. You can document it. And then the last thing, not the last, but opportunity. And that is true. We are at Middlesex County College. We could talk about the VOTEC schools. There's so many things where people of diverse backgrounds, people that, maybe don't have a lot of money or didn't have a real opportunity because, they didn't grow up in an atmosphere where maybe their parents were educated or, knew much about college or, what kind of job opportunities were out there. But those opportunities exist in this county because of these commissioners and because of this organization that makes it real. It's real in terms of the recreational opportunities, the parks. We just went to the Pete Barnes Wildlife Refuge, rededicated. They're doing more in Metuchen to add more to the parks. They keep adding arts centers. We just went to the one in Carteret. There's the one in New Brunswick. They're giving money to the new one in Metuchen. The list goes on. This is a real effort that means something for the average person, so that this is a great place to live and work. And so I just want to thank you again for all you do. It really is meaningful. Thanks again.
United States Senators Cory Booker and Robert Menendez, as well as U.S. Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman, sent virtual greetings.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Hello and Happy New Year.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year.
I'd like to take a moment to send my deepest gratitude and my warmest congratulations to Commissioner Director Rios, Commissioner Deputy Director Nara, Commissioner McCullum, and County Surrogate Cortez.
I want to extend my best wishes to the incoming leadership of Middlesex County.
I wanted to take just a moment to congratulate Ron Rios, Shanti Nara, Chanel Scott McCullum, and Clarabelle Cortez.
Despite not being there today as you all gather, I want you to know I am with you in spirit. I'm excited to be a part of this historic meeting as we mark not only the beginning of a new year, but an important day for the leadership of Middlesex County.
As the highest ranking Hispanic American in the United States Congress, I am especially proud to see Ms. Cortez become the first Latina elected to a constitutional office in Middlesex County history.
Middlesex County has put together an incredible team, a team that's been delivering for Middlesex County residents during the pandemic with fair and compassionate leadership.
This is a difficult time. We've been through a pandemic, storms, and more. But yet it is a sacred process we are all engaged in right now. It is the continuance of our democratic traditions. And we know that at the local level, you all are the closest to the importance of fighting for and defending and affirming and nurturing our very way of life.
This past year was certainly a challenging one. Beyond the ongoing pandemic and the horrendous flood damage left behind by Tropical Storm Ida, I know that the sudden and tragic loss of Commissioner Deputy Director Kenny Armwood weighed heavily on Middlesex County. To all of you swearing an oath today, may you continue to be inspired by Commissioner Armwood and his fundamental decency and compassion for others.
The work done to help students facing mental health challenges, protecting our open spaces, and making sure Middlesex County remains a wonderful place to live and to raise a family. I congratulate each of you on your re-election, and I look forward to working with you for the people of Middlesex County as we navigate putting an end to this pandemic and repairing and rebuilding our local infrastructure.
Middlesex County is sure to benefit from the historic infrastructure bill we recently passed in Washington, which invests billions of dollars to improve mass transit, repair our roads and bridges, build more flood-resilient communities, and modernize our electric grid. While the pandemic remains a significant challenge, there is no question in my mind that we are better off today than where we were a year ago.
I want to thank you in particular for some of the specifics, like the community-based vaccination program that has made sure these life-saving vaccines are distributed and done equitably across all residents through your mobile units, through the vital Meals on Wheels programs, through the pop-up clinics. In this new year, I want you to know I celebrate what you're doing. I commit yourself as your senator to continue doing what Bob Menendez and I have been doing, which is bringing back historic levels of resources to community leaders like you to help you continue to get the job done.
My door is always open, and my office is just a phone call away.
Thank you all for what you're doing. Thank you for your friendship, your inspiration for me. Thank you for your leadership. I wish you all the best.
I look forward to continuing our work together so that we can ensure Middlesex County's best days are still ahead of us. Thank you and congratulations.
God bless you, and Happy New Year again.
The evening included the swearing-in ceremonies of the county commissioners and county surrogate. County Commissioner Chanel Scott McCullum, who was appointed to the role of commissioner in April 2021 after the sudden passing of then Deputy Director Kenneth Armwood, was sworn in to complete the final year of Deputy Director Armwood's term after Middlesex County voters elected her to do so in November's general election.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. I'm honored as the Sheriff of Middlesex County and proud as the mother of Chanel Scott McCullum. And I am privileged to swear you in and give you the oath of office of County Commissioner, Middlesex County.
Thank you.
Your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Chanel Scott McCullum,
Chanel Scott McCullum,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear
that I will bear
true faith
true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established
established
in the United States
of the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority
under the authority
of the people,
of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform all the duties
of
member of Middlesex County Board,
member of Middlesex County Board,
County Commissioners,
County Commissioners,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Re-elected County Commissioners Ronald G. Rios and Santhi Nara were then sworn in to 3-year terms each.
I, Ronald G. Rios,
I, Ronald G. Rios,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
of
member
member
Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Okay, please raise your right hand. I
I,
do solemnly swear
Santhi Nara, do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
member,
member,
Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners,
Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me
So help me
God.
God. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
And Middlesex County Surrogate Clarabelle Cortez was then sworn in to a 5-year term.
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Clarabelle Cortez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of Middlesex County Surrogate
of Middlesex County Surrogate
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
County Commissioner Director Rios was elected by the Board of County Commissioners to continue serving as the board's director for 2022. The board also elected County Commissioner Santinara to continue serving as its deputy director for 2022.
Next to last is my family. My mom was up here, and she may have been holding the Bhagavad Gita for me, but I know that my dad was standing there in spirit holding it with her. And they are the two people who taught me the value of giving back and the value of hard work. And so I thank her, and unfortunately my sister couldn't be here today, but they support me each and every day, and I have to thank them. And the final note I'll make is everyone has acknowledged the loss that we felt this year with our beloved Kenny, and we miss him. It's a huge hole. For the last 8 months, I had the privilege of filling his shoes as deputy director. That was not easy, because Kenny meant so much to so many people. But as I was taking the oath, even as I was driving here, I kept hearing his voice in my head. And for those of you who all know Kenny, you know that this is exactly what he'd be saying, and he's been saying to me. He would have been saying to me, "You got this, sis." And he'd be saying to all of us, "You all have this," because we were all a family, and he believed in our board, and he believed in our community, and he believed in Middlesex County. So thank you all very much, and God bless everybody.
Middlesex County Commissioner Director Rios also spoke at length. He addressed the county's goals for 2022, including focusing on several critical areas, such as the overall physical and mental health and well-being of county residents.
Since I last stood before you in person at this event, we have lived under the shadow of the worst global health pandemic in a century. The world we live in today is much different than the world of 2 years ago. We have all lost family members, friends, colleagues, and neighbors along the way. Nevertheless, while the COVID pandemic forced all of us to adapt to new difficult realities for our way of life, our ability to come together as a community, to lead together for the good of our county and our country, continues to be the central idea that is helping us through this crisis. It is important to recognize how far we have come during these past 2 years, and this last year in particular. Now, through a collective effort between the county, led by our Deputy Director Shanti Nara, the state of New Jersey, and our municipalities, we can proudly say that we have administered first doses of vaccinations to 82% of our population, placing us at the second highest vaccination rate amongst counties in the state. While this is truly impressive, we still want those numbers to grow. At the height of the pandemic, Middlesex County was among the first in the nation to offer the COVID-19 saliva test, developed by Rutgers, and RWJ Barnabas Health, we must continue to use all the tools available to us. And we must all do our part by getting vaccinated and wearing masks to deal effectively with this virus,
while continuing to make investments and lead the way in key areas of importance that impact Middlesex County beyond the pandemic.
Another crucial element that runs through all of Destination 2040 is our focus on ensuring we are building a better future for all. That Middlesex County, a place where diversity, equity, and inclusion all truly come together, remains a place where everyone from every background feels a sense of real opportunity and true belonging. This year, to help guide us in this area, my colleagues and I will be creating an office dedicated to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging to guide the county in identifying opportunities to shape policies and operations that will sharpen our focus on these crucial principles. We will be hiring a professional partner to guide us in the creation of this office, and ultimately, a director of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging to oversee this office and ensure these vital principles are reflected in all that we do. 2022 will also be a year of significant educational, structural, and technical investments in our community that will have lasting impacts for years to come. As a result of the efforts of our federal representatives in Washington, significant funding is being made available to the county by the Biden administration through the American Rescue Plan, as well as the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, funding which will be used to meet the goals identified in our Destination 2040 strategic vision. For example, the county will prioritize opportunities to invest in our vital educational assets because we recognize that education, whether that means going to college or learning a trade, creates opportunity for our students and families. This is an area of top priority for us that demonstrates what working together and leading together can bring.
As an open public meeting, the annual Reorganization Meeting welcomed comments from the public. The meeting closed with a benediction delivered by Reverend Karen Johnston from the Unitarian Society of East Brunswick.
May these human beings dedicated to public service know and show that you serve all the layers and litters of life, for stewardship of this county must tend not merely to human commerce. Stewardship of this county must tend to all the creatures and kin who exist on and in this particular parcel we inhabit and love on the pale blue dot of this planet, the only home we have ever known. None of us is ever alone. None of our actions are ever in isolation. So may your choices and actions be informed by the best of the 7 generations past and inspired by the 7 generations to come as we are situated in all the concentric circles of belonging. So be it. See to it, and amen.
Thank you for watching this month's episode of Spotlight on Middlesex County. You can view the entire 2022 annual reorganization meeting at video.middlesexcountynj.gov. On behalf of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners, we hope that you and your family are staying safe and healthy and continuing to follow all safety recommendations regarding COVID-19.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Commissioner Nara?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.
Join us again next month for another episode of Spotlight on Middlesex County.